A little over 3 years ago, I started a series on the Lord of the Rings Online, playing as an elf hunter named Tarvelard, and as of this moment in time, we are currently at 451 episodes in that series, with more to clearly come along the way. Recently though, Standing Stone Games, as I'm sure you are aware, released the Legendary server, which is a throwback to a time where level 50 was the maximum level, and a lot of the areas we know now are not available. The clearest one for recent times is Mordor. So, the server is available. I'm finally able to actually log on, since I think this is only maybe the second time ever I've seen a queue to get into a server on this game. Finally, I'm here. And finally, we are about to play this, so let us get straight into it by starting up a new character. So, I'm going to say this at the very beginning now, I am not, clearly not, going to be making an elf hunter in this. We have already got an elf hunter. I have two. One is Tarvelard, which we are playing through on the channel, and then my main, Enisfail, is my main character. So, not to say I'm necessarily bored, but I don't think it would be a very good video and a very good series if I were to just make another elf hunter. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to make a different race and also a different character, or a different class rather. I was thinking it would be kind of cool to have a high elf, because high elf is the newest race available, next to Bjorning, and then the rest of the races were already all together. I was thinking about doing a high elf, but then I realized not only have I already done an entire video on the High Elf introduction, it's a very long introduction, it's going to take us a while to get in the game, and I don't necessarily think it would fit too well having a character which is very new in the old server, as it were. So, I've been talking a lot recently when I've been a hunter, saying, oh, this would be really easy if I was a champion, because I'd have an AoE attack. So I am planning to go for a champion. That is what I'm going to go for. And I was thinking between all the races. Obviously, we can't be a Bjorning, and I don't want to be a high elf. I'm gonna go for man. I was thinking about maybe going elf possibly, or dwarf. I've heard dwarf is quite good for champion, but I'm not a huge fan of elves and dwarves as characters. I'll be honest. I've never properly played through as one, but it's just something I don't like it. So I'm gonna be a man, because I've also heard they're pretty decently good for champions. However, that is in the live main server. I don't know if this is in the main server, but a lot of these I've noticed have like diminishing of mankind. We have decreased will, and there's like a minus 40% experience gain. I know that for a fact. I saw that briefly as someone posted about it. Apparently they're also just a little bit difficult. I've heard people dying at like level 3 in Archet, so I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. We're going to be very cautious with all this, because I want to get my level 20 title. And when you think about it, it's really weird that level 20 is 2/3 or 2/5 rather of the way through the game. So I'm sure there's plenty of people now that are already level 50, but we are going to be taking a little bit of time with it. In terms of videos, we are going to be having this as a separate series. We're going to have this as you know, a one series and the other, and we're going to be alternating. That is the plan, at least. This first episode is going to be a longer than usual episode, probably an hour and a bit, possibly, on top of me babbling here. And then we're going to get into like a bit more of a consistent, maybe like a 20-minute episode every alternating episode. So legendary server, normal server, legendary server, normal server. So Anor, I think I'm on right now, then Arkenstone, Anor, Arkenstone, Anor, Arkenstone. So we have a few things. We have 15 Fate. I've also noticed we have 15 Might, which is good for champion. Easily inspired, we get +5 incoming healing, and we have -7 will, which honestly isn't a huge deal for us, because we also get the +15 Fate, which is amazing. So, we are a man, we're a champion, let's get into it. Now, the lucky thing for this is I have a feeling even though a lot of people are playing this, I have a feeling the randomized names might work a little bit better, because I assume they're all from just one list, and obviously throughout 11 years now, that list has been used up. So, pretty much any time on the main game when I, you know, put in a name or on randomize, it doesn't work. So I am going to put in a name which is the name of my characters, and hopefully it works. I do have a champion already. It's a high elf champion. I did use the area of the Valar on it, so it got boosted to 105, so I really don't know early game champion, and I think this will also help me with that character a little bit. So I'm going to name this character after that one, which is Degron, if I could spell properly. There we are. And we're just going to quickly go through the look of them. Now, I'm going to skip the new user tutorial. That's a good idea, because I don't want to be stuck in that jail. We'll go through the main tutorial, which should take us about 20 minutes. But I'm going to just briefly go over the face, because most of the time we're going to be wearing a helmet anyway in the later game. So, in terms of faces, let's just... You know, I like that one. That's quite nice. Hairstyle. This is the biggest one. I'm very picky about my hairstyle. That's the only thing that I'm too picky about. So let's just quickly run through them all and see if there's any I particularly am fond of, other than like the default, which is that. I think that's good. That'll be nice. Eyes. We're gonna go with like this. It's less aged. Oh, facial hair. We can also go facial hair. Do we want to go for a beard? We could go for a little bit of a beard. I said a little bit of a beard. No, I think we'll do that. I think we can change it later as well. I think there is... I don't know if it'll be available on this server, but it's, again, not a huge issue because we probably will have at some point a helmet on. We want to go back to those normal eyes. So, eyebrows. I like the defaults. Mouth. Not too fussed. And details. Got some scars we can put on. Nah, this guy's a fresh warrior. Eye color, I'm going to have you a bit browny. Skin color's fine. Hair color, maybe a little bit darker. About there. That's fine. Body type, I think... Yeah, that's what I thought. That just looks weird. So I'm going to keep that roughly in the middle, just so it's not a bit like... if you have it on the extreme of either, it looks a bit weird. So I'm just going to keep that there. Let's get the new user tutorial. And avatar update is visible. Otherwise, we look... like that. I definitely prefer that. What are those ears? Look at those ears. Damn. Right. Nonetheless, let us get started with Degron, the man champion. So, that's time to enter Middle Earth. Actually, I also want to check, do my LOTRO points carry over? Yes, they do. Okay, perfect. Anyway, now let us get started by entering Middle Earth for the first time on the legendary server. Okay, we are now here in Bree. We are, or not in Bree, in Archet. We're going to do a quick few things just for the beginning while it loads in. We are going to get rid of our world, regional, LFF, and trade just for the moment, just so we can keep ourselves on track. Otherwise, we'll have a lot of people talking because, as we can see, I think this is the most populated Bree, or rather Archet. It's because I said I was from Breeline. This is the most populated I have seen Archet in years, and I do sometimes come through here randomly starting a new character. So, first things we need to do, very important, we need to go to loot UI settings. We need to always loot all. We need to turn off hints because we know our hints, and then we are going to turn deeds. Automatically add deeds to quest tracker is enabled. Those are my three things on the options I care about most, and also it looks like we have all our bag space, so we can go and put all our bags in one big bag. Should be 115 slots if I'm correct. And it looks like we got a horse straight away. We're going to have a few things. We've got the Mordor Ultimate Fan Bundle. That's going to be quite interesting because we can just go straight into having, you know, that stuff. We have the Max Star Bundle, the Journeyman Rider Pack, my 6-year gift box all the way down to 1 year. It'll be interesting to see the 3-year ones because it actually contains Black Steel Keys. That's actually very interesting. I've not actually gone through there and used that pack since it got updated to not really have Sturdy Steel Keys be a useful item. We also have some titles. Let's see what they are. Enforcer of the Helm, Friend of the Mark, and Guard of Eisen. We're going to keep with no title for the moment. That is fine. And we're going to go through Archet. Now, this is mainly going to be not necessarily a catch-up, but I'm not going to be skipping through things sort of being like, oh, we know this, because maybe this is the perfect time for people, as I've said in the update video I did, where I said, you know, people that are confused by episode 451 and where we are at this moment can kind of understand and, you know, play along almost. So we're going to go through this, and I'm not going to skip through it as I normally would, because I know this intro, like genuinely like the back of my hand. I could do this probably blindfolded if I had a little bit of direction. Though again, looking up here, we got some a crafting experience bonus weekend, which is completely separate. Mark acquisition, so we get plus 25 mark acquisition just generally, it seems, and a minus 40 experience gain overall. Everybody, not just us, everybody throughout the entire game. But we still have our VIP bonus XP. So see for yourself how our Amdir fares. So we are actually, this is kind of cool. We're actually going to get ourselves some heavy armor for the first time ever, actually. So that's going to be kind of cool.
Do not trouble yourself on my account. It is only a chill.
Okay, so I mean, you kind of have to have played at least once before to get the skip, but he was, from what I remember, he was stabbed by a Nazgul. Yeah? People have got that.
Too many deeds
fireworks,
to be
damn
done. All pressing, and none of them easy.
Okay, so let's talk to Strider.
You can help, my friend.
Talk to Captain Brackenbrook.
Will not heed my warnings.
Yeah, we need to warn him that things are going to happen. Captain Brackenbrook, how are you?
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Oh, look at that. That is a very nice cloak. You don't like the look of it. So we need to see if Kate Henseed is over here. If she's worried. He says we're safe, so we're safe. Okay. She doesn't. She believes Archet is safe from danger. Not quite so convinced ourselves. Peg Pruner is over here. So how do you... What do you think? I see that my friend is wounded. I hope it was not the Blackwolds that did it to him. I trust Captain Brackenbrook, for he has always kept us safe since he took charge of Archet. I won't argue with the captain, but I will help the fellow injured fellow in any way that I can. So she says it's safe, but she's willing to help out. That's perfect. And then I could have my hopeful swan as well. How do you think I feel?
I'll do it for you.
I think I have that at least. I think. Anyway, you think the Blackwolds are mean to attack us? Don't be absurd. They harbour no love for us, but they aren't. They haven't a leader, and they fight more among themselves than they do with outsiders. They couldn't raid a squirrel nest, let alone our town. Okay, Strider. Nobody seems to think anything's happening. I will also say, obviously we're using the default skin for the moment. I'm gonna see if the my UI that I normally use works. I have a feeling it won't work properly. Maybe I'll have to use an older version. That actually might work if we use an out-of-date version, because there's going to be a few menus that don't exist in the this current server that it's going to be looking for and trying to do, and you know, like our mail is going to be awkwardly set up and stuff. We'll see how it works there.
Alas for peaceful folk everywhere. It is an enormous task to convince them that evil people with evil intentions will commit evil deeds.
Okay, so
before you try to fight, you must learn what skills you may from the trainer.
So we're going to train... I'm kind of surprised this wasn't updated. Like, this used to... Well, there was an old quest that you had to, like, buy your skills, I think, from the trainers. And you can kind of... The menu still kind of exists. Like, train champion skills. But, like, it just shows when you get them rather than, like... You don't train them or buy them yourself. Okay. The thrill of the fight.
Take a moment of your time.
Okay, use the skill Savage Strikes and show me how you master it by striking the training dummy. So champions rely on fervor, like our Focus for Hunter, to activate some of their skills such as Savage Strikes. Use a Swift Blade and Blade Wall to build 2 fervor, and then strike the targeted dummy with your Savage Strike. So we've got to build up to it. So Blade Walls, and then Swift Strike should get us Savage Strikes, or not, I guess. There we are. And then Savage Strikes. Whee! Or did it not quite work? Come on. I think it blocked it, or it deflected, so that's why it didn't work. And then we just got to wait to get out of combat. This is always kind of an annoying one. There we are.
How can I be of service?
So we get a Tarnished Blade, and we also get something else. These all have the same damage, but just different stats. I think we'll go for the Wax, the Worn Axe, for the moment. There we are, though, level 2 completed. We're going to go quickly put on a few things just to have the armor, because it goes from 1 armor to 184. Definitely worth it. And that's 8 to 13 compared to 5 to 9. And then we're just gonna swap out, well, we want to swap out that, and then we want to swap out that. There we are. So we've got 2 weapons now and a bit better armor. Things are going to be better for us. So, Strider, we've completed our trading. What do you want us to do next? Also, we do have the hobby gift of the day and the week. I'm going to do those after we finish the introduction, just because
Do you feel confident?
I think it scales
in
with
what
your
you've
level,
learned?
or you can get stuff that scales with your level at least. So I don't want to, you know, have anything not happen because we're level 2 instead of level 5. But let's finish with you.
Amdir, my poor old friend.
Ask Captain Brackenbrook for directions and
Shadow
begin
has
to try and
crept
earn
over.
his favor. Okay, how can I help?
I don't like the look of those rangers one bit.
Okay, complete a quest for Calder Cobb, Brackenbrook's most trusted soldier, and gather some kinsfoil leaves to treat Amdir's wound. So we need to collect 4 of those in total. Ooh, that person has the, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it actually gives you a boost in XP. We will also have something from the Mordor Ultimate Bundle with the necklace of the High Elves. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but that'll also give us a bonus XP. I don't know if it's double or just 50%, 1 to 2 I think, but it's always good. We also have this, I've noticed, a Not Forgotten Handkerchief. +1 hope on use. It's a pocket item, I think. It's not a pocket item, I think it's just an item you hold. But +6% out of combat run speed, which is good because it's one thing we're going to be missing. One of 2 things we're going to keyly be missing from a hunter is the run speed boost and also the travel skills, which is the one I'm actually most upset about. They walked into Mordor. We don't have that yet. I think, oh, we have to open this, don't we, to walk into Mordor? Oh, we'll do that later.
Well, well, if it isn't the rumour monger.
Okay, defeat wolves around Brown's Folly, or Bronway's Folly, and search atop the folly for a source of the wolves. Also, it's slightly annoying me. I'm just going to quickly move my quest tracker over. It being right on the wall, or like on the side of the screen. Really not a fan of that. So, 1 wolf completed. Time for us to finish all the others. We'll eventually get there. I think we got a little bit damaged, so we had a little effect on this that lowered our run speed for a little bit, but that's fine. And again, second time. I am a little bit worried about, like, you know, people not necessarily stealing kills, but it's just going to be a case like, because if they're there first, it's not stealing, but a case of like, you know, we're not going to have enough enemies to kill. So we might have a few cases where we have to just wait a little bit longer just to catch up. Otherwise, we're going to be like, hey, I have no wolves to kill. You know, it probably would have been worse on day 1, but unfortunately, I was unable to log in. I was stuck on the queue, and then by the time I got anywhere low in the queue, I had to unfortunately head off for the night. So a little bit of a pain with that, but you know, can't really do much. So, spent a few more days just waiting for it to die down a little bit. And now we're finally here. So, we need to kill... Actually, we don't need to kill any more wolves. I think these don't aggro to you either, so we can just walk straight past them. 11. I was going to say as well, it would be the perfect time to grab some, like, OG names. Right. So the Wolf Master approaches, you must defeat him. There we are. So, ask Calder Cobb why he set you up to be ambushed and complete the quest in doing so. So we'll actually complete 2 quests in one go, which will be quite good. Don't want to press K, we want to just press I. So... a few things, you know, we're trying to just get a little bit of money up as well. I've heard the auction halls are a little bit in distress at the moment with quite high. I think people were saying it's like 300 silver for like some level 10 gear. Eventually it'll probably stabilize though, just because, you know, it's new. People are trying to make money, and people that are trying to buy stuff will overpay when it's, you know. When there's not much of it available, people are more likely to overpay for it, so maybe we can eventually fill in a gap there where we can do some crafting and stuff and, you know, help out people.
A weakling like you defeated the Wolf Master?
He would have killed him himself if Dirk Mugbrick were not watching. Thank you, Dirk. Nobody gives him, like... Nobody really thanks him. Nobody goes, oh, thank you, Dirk. Because otherwise... We'd be... Well, we probably wouldn't be dead. Caldecop's not a very difficult enemy, as we find out later. Spoilers. But... I think it's clear to say, you know... It's kind of obvious what's going to happen. So we're so close to level 3. It doesn't actually matter, because we get boosted to level 5 anyway, so...
Cobb is a traitor. Danger has found you earlier than I predicted.
Okay. Seems Cobb had it in for you before you even arrived. How did he know of you if he was at his post? How did the Blackwolds know you were coming? Thank you for the risk you took to deliver the King's Foil. I think upon this riddle while I prepare a soul for Amdir.
I cannot decide which is more dangerous right now. Calder Cobb's treachery, or the ignorance of Captain Brackenbrook.
Right. Question Otto the Brigand and his ties to the Blackwolds in exchange for some new armor. So that's this dude over here. Chained up. Ned Pruner.
Oi, you there! Let me go! Calder Cobb can vouch for me!
Can't say I'm too, I trust him with what he was going to say. Ned, what do you think?
How can I be of service?
It's good to make your acquaintance. I noticed you were questioning Otto. Does that mean his monsterings have been truthful? Yes, I do believe that you have come to Archet to tell. It is unprecedented, but all the signs were showing that the Blackwolds mean to attack us. How did you know? How is that what they have? How is it that they have the means? If Brackenbrook does not believe you, you tell him that I do for what it's worth. At least someone believes us. Very happy about that, at least.
How can you say this? Calder Cobb has been loyal to me since he was a boy.
Well,
I suppose it would be wise to investigate your claim.
he's just playing the long con with that. These two quests exist. In fact, actually, it's very probably a good idea to do them because we get a copper band out of it.
I'm hungry.
And if the servers are going to be harder, any extra stuff will probably be worth it. It's extra XP, it's extra items. It's not like a huge thing for us to have it, like +1 vitality. What, I think that's only 5 morale, something like that. I can't remember exactly. It's different for different race, different classes, what stats do. But, you know, anything's better than nothing. So we definitely want to actually get ourselves any advantage we can. And I don't feel like a lot of people will go for it. Not necessarily that we're going to be against others. Like, that's not necessarily what we're going to be doing. But I think it's a good idea to prepare ourselves. Because again, I've heard that people are dying early. And hopefully we don't. That is my biggest fear, was dying anywhere before level 30. Or level 20, I think, is the one you get the final thing for. So if I do die before then, I'm going to be very upset. I think my main doesn't have that, but at this point I'm definitely not restarting, so kind of sucks, but you can't really do much about it. Right, any more boars over here? There's also a quest with over here later, but that's after the intro is finished. Okay, how many more boar meat do we need? 2 more, so we're halfway there. Come on. One more. Where are you going to be? Anywhere over here. That's perfect. We also got to go over there anyway, to the farm. There's also another quest that gives you something else. I think it gives you a cloak. Or I think it's just the main quest that gives you the cloak. I'm not entirely sure. There is another quest, though, that exists. Then we got to collect some bilberries, which are all going to be over there, so we will make our way over there just after completing these 2 quests. Well, this quest and then getting the next one, and etc, etc. Actually, we have to go this way, then back here anyway. Oh, I could have done... I'm not being very efficient, okay? I never claimed to be the most efficient here, but we're just going to run over here quickly to grab these things that we need. Oh, look, someone's playing Hunter. A manhunter. Interesting. I definitely am going to look into that UI thing, though, because My biggest thing, I love the UI, I love everything about it, but my biggest thing that comes out of it, which I didn't even know when I originally put it on, is just having that smaller map. Being able to have the map up and be able to see where you're going is just amazing. It's like you don't know how good it is until you change. And that's really good. Are you dead or are you... You're dead. I'm so sorry. I do need to, I think there's a quest for him later. I don't know if it's in this now. Oh, I thought you died. Die. 13 XP. Right. 4 of these in total. Yep. I really already miss having a horse. But as soon as we get out of this, we can instantly go on our horse. It should be 78% speed. So it's going to be all good when it comes to that. So those quests are completed. Back to Sprigley's farm. Then we're going to go... it'll be over to here and then over to the gate. Back over here. Back to Archet. Complete the 3 quests. And then I think we go over to the hunting lodge after that. There's probably something in between. Not entirely remembering. Again, I said I could do this like back of my hand, but I can't remember exactly the details. It has been a while, especially when you play Bjorning and it's half the time to actually do anything. Right, Cal Sprigley.
A stranger, eh? You're the best thing that's happened to us all day. Our best hope is to get help from Combe, our neighbours. They will not let Archet fall to brigands.
Okay, yeah, so he gives me a thing. Again, efficiency isn't my best thing. I could have done that and then gone over to check for that dead body over there. There's 1, 2, and there's a third one. Don't actually know where the third one is, honestly. There's probably 2 in just the same place. Oh, there's one over there, which is a little bit further over. So hopefully we don't die to the brigands. There was that person saying they died at level 3 to level 5 brigands. So I have a feeling that... Oh my god, they sound so high-pitched. I have a feeling that that might be where they've died. And I'm just very cautious of it. I don't want to die, clearly. Oh, hello, death. Hello. Perfect timing. I don't want to see you again. Ever. Ever. Again, OG names sort of thing. You can get death. I definitely need to pick up my my main names.
This cannot
it's going to be a key thing
I must write
for
to
me.
Brackenbrook at once.
And if any of you go and try and get my names, I'm going to be very upset. Very, very upset. Okay, right then, let us get these 3 bodies. There's one here, and there's one over there, it seems. I don't think I've done this at least once. I can guarantee I've done it at least once, because I thought it was part of like I had to do it. But, and also gives me a reward, so why wouldn't I? But I don't actually think, other than maybe about 6 years ago when I first started the game, I've actually done these quests. So, or at least this one. I've done the Very Empty Belly and Sweet Bilberry Tea. I've done those like until I realized you didn't need to, and it really wasn't worth it necessarily. But again, I'm doing it now because it's worth it for this server, I think. Because you never know, that XP or that extra, you know, vitality and those extra stats could be the difference between us getting that title or not. But it's really, really nice seeing this amount of people around here. Even if I have come across death a few times, well, at least once, but hopefully never again. Yeah, it's nice seeing people all running around here. It's actually really, really cool. I'm kind of tempted to come stream on this server as well, especially if I'm going to be doing, you know, if I only have to get to level 50 instead of level 120 with all these characters, and then I can just slowly make my way up, I might do that. He's level 5. Oh my god, he actually... Oh, I forgot we have character portraits. 6-year frame, VIP frame. I don't actually know what that frame is. I don't like that. My favorite frame is the Yulefest one. I'm going to go for my 6-year one though. So we're going to go with our Hone Sword and then make our way back. Actually, yeah, I genuinely don't know what that is. Maybe it's the 10-year one or 11-year one. I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to want to switch that out. So now we have 8 to 13 and we have some parry chance increases. It's actually not an upgrade. It's just the fact we now have 2 swords. And for some reason the DPS is slightly different. 10.0 for those, but 10.2 for the other one, even though there is physically no difference in stats. But I think it looks better, especially when we've got 2 swords in one. We can just sort of chop down just like that. That's obviously one. It's quite... I guess it's, you're gonna have it because, you know, it's gonna be running the same stuff as the main server, but it's a little weird in my opinion having the Light of Arendelle on here. The rest is obviously fair enough to have there, but having that's a little bit weird to me. So I think we got to also think about what our vocation's going to be. That's a key thing as well. Jewelry might be good, but I also think us being having a prospector and an armor smith is going to be really the perfect one, which is never going to happen because they make you split it up. Would be a prospector, armor smith, and weaponsmith. But you can't have those 3 together. So really, the best I think you can probably get is an armor smith and a weaponsmith, and then have a prospector separately.
Nicely. It gives me something to munch on for a bit.
But it kind of sucks.
Lovely. This is sure to cheer Amdir right up.
Amdir,
This tea will help Amdir.
I'm here to
feel
make
better.
you drink
I just
stuff.
know it.
Thank you, but I have not the stomach to drink this now.
Okay.
Did my tea perk him up? I knew it would.
Anything for a free ring. Well, almost free ring. We lied to get it. 1 vitality, and they should give us 1 might as well. Both are useful to us. I also want to double check what is it vitality that we get, or how much from a vitality thing. So 1 vitality, how much XP, health we can lose? It is 5. Okay, so 1 vitality equals 5 health, which is good to know.
What have I done?
What have I done? I've been a fool. Yes, you have.
You
Brackenbrook is
cannot
hopeless.
fathom just how wrong I have been.
Okay, he is hopeless. You should ask Strider what to do. What shall we do, Strider? Except put
Do
those
not
on.
despair. You have done well.
Okay. Ask the Exiled Hunter to come to Archet's aid. So we must appeal to John Brackenbrook against his father's wishes. We're gonna have to go the long way around for this, unfortunately, because that isn't open yet, for story reasons. But yep, that's fine. I just wanted to check we did have the right armor on. Our armor is actually quite high already, 594. You know, compared to obviously endgame stuff, that's nothing. But for us right now, the extra agility, vitality, and also extra might, and you know, a few other things, it's quite good for now. Right, these marsh fly drones, I'm actually going to kill them because whenever I've played on my, LP farming characters, I've always killed them with the main character, because you get 1 high-level character, 1 person. Actually, oh no, not in this area. I have come through, though, as a man minstrel and killed these, because, admittedly, the XP is not going to be as great, because we have decreased XP by... You're right over there, Bear. You're right. He doesn't seem to be having a great day. Have I got the water settings on properly? I wonder. But these marsh flies are pretty decent XP. I mean, for what they are. But it's going to be, again, a little bit lower for the meantime, just because of minus 40% XP. But 15 XP is pretty decent. And it's nice to have extras. And there's one quest in here which I'm just gonna, if you haven't ever played before, or you've at least never played the man intro, don't do it, basically. There's a quest with this guy that gets you to sleep in here. Don't do it. You don't get a reward. You don't get anything for it. It's not very useful. I mean, you can if you want. I'm not gonna, like,
to bring me ill news
make you do
town.
anything, or make you not do anything, but
showed his true colours at
don't.
last.
Okay, so Blackwolds Roost. This quest has been restored to the legendary servers. If Archet is to survive the Blackwolds Roost, okay. So we can get the same stuff twice. What? 50 armor. Oh, maybe. Because okay, I'm gonna say this now. I always get the plumed hat. Maybe it's so we can get the plumed hat, but also have the decent armor as the protector's helm. I'm not sure why. Okay. I don't know what the difference really of the quest is, except you have to, instead of finding the info, you just get the 6 kills instead. And I've never seen the quest before, so I don't know. Like, it's obviously from before I started playing, so not really sure what's going on there. There's a marshfly queen. I'm not gonna kill it because it's scary. it's our first red enemy, actually, I think. But yeah, I guess I'll kill 6 enemies. I generally tend to kill at least 6 anyway. I just don't know. Oh, I guess these buttons are here, so at least the UI might work. But I don't know the difference. There is none. I'm gonna get a plumed hat and a protector's helm then, because at least I've got it then. And I always wear the plumed hat as a cosmetic just for the first little while until I get better cosmetics. Though I will have I will have like the Mordor cosmetics. So I mean, do I really? I also just got a copper earring of determination, a copper armband of stamina. I can't wear that yet. I can wear that though. Yeah, I'll bind it to myself. Of course I will. Okay, I've killed 2 already. I need to kill 2 extra getting in there anyway, and then there's going to be 2 probably, you know, extra. So I'll kill 6 by the time I get in there anyway. But it's quite nice getting drops. You know, for a very long time it's like kind of like, hey, what's the point? You don't need to take the drops from enemies, but now we do. It's a little bit weird not having any enemies here. I'm gonna have to like either wait for them to respawn or just kill the outlying ones that you never ever otherwise have to kill. Like this one. You know, she never notices you. Nobody ever kills you. I'm gonna change that today. Because again, there's no real point in the extra XP, even though I was talking about getting the extra XP from the marshflies, because you get boosted to level 5 even if you didn't get boosted. Even if you didn't make it to level 5, which you pretty much are guaranteed to, unless you kind of go out of your way not to. Unless, I wonder if Stone of the Tortoise would work on this, like, with this. So you just go through this, you get someone to help you, they'll level up normally, but you don't get any XP. So you're a level 1 out in the main game. That might be something I try. I'd probably have to try it on a different server because I don't have 2 VIP accounts. Or you could probably try and make it through here. Like, none of these items have a level requirement, so you could probably make it. It's just you're going to be a little bit low on morale for a bit. That's all. Right, as long as I don't get the lieutenant here, then we are good. Right, let's get out of here before anything respawns. Like that. Please don't spot me, thank you. But you're going to probably spot me. No, you shouldn't. Yeah, shouldn't. So 2 quests. That's easily going to get us to, or easily, hopefully should, Actually, we're 90 XP away. We might not get to level 5, but at least we're going to get 2 bits of armor, 1 cosmetic, 1 we're actually going to wear, so we got the 50 armor. Though, to be fair, you're only 17 armor down, so it's not a huge loss if you were to not do that. But again, I have no real understanding of what the difference is, so if someone knows, please tell me if, like, why this was removed, or, like, what's supposed to be the difference, because they're pretty much the same quest, unless they changed it when they maybe revamped how the quest worked or something, I don't know. Maybe it used to be a quest that you didn't have to do, and now you do have to do it. What's this? You've got a quest, I don't know what your quest is, though.
Would you do something for me?
We gotta kill some marsh flies, defeat some marsh flies. This quest has been restored to the legendary. I've definitely never seen this quest before. Should we do some marsh fly killing? Let's kill some marsh flies. Let's go over here. Again, my worry here though is we're not gonna have any marsh flies to kill. So I don't know, other than around here. I was going to say there's probably a few in this middle area, but we're just going to have to wait for 8 to respawn. It's an orange quest, so it's going to give us a bit more XP than any others will. But I think if it's there, if it's available just for the legendary server, I only think it's fair that we would actually go through them. Because we can't in the normal game, so even if I were to do this normally, I wouldn't be able to do this. Why are there buckets of, like, blood? I can only assume. Oh, unless they're like berries from somewhere. I don't know. Let's tab a load, see if we can get these marsh flies. I kind of feel bad now because I killed some marsh flies that someone probably could have used earlier. So, at least though, the next area we have to go to is the spider place. Spiders don't actually aggro you as far as I'm aware, unless they've changed that. Again, a lot of this stuff could be changed in this server. But the spiders should not aggro you. I want to be a lawmaster now. You are a lawmaster, right? Yeah, you're a lawmaster. You got me worried. Oh, what a perfect name for a minstrel. Kind of wish we... It's always the bears. Like, that bear's fine. Your bear's just a bit different, isn't it? Really? Come on. I'm suddenly, again, being very cautious of my health. Like, if I go silent for a while, it's because I have a feeling I'm going to die. Currently our in-combat morale regen is, or out-combat is 281. So pretty much a minute to get our entire morale back up, but I'm just a little bit worried we're going to die too early. And that I keep not hitting my attacks because I'm not close enough to them. Okay, 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Health needs to go back up. By the time they respawn, we'll probably be at max morale anyway. Or not, because they're over here. I'm still going to wait for it for a little bit, because it also allows us to just not have to be waiting so long in between. Even though we're going to have to, because our morale's otherwise going to deplete. Oh, look at that. We are 5 XP from level 5. What a perfect number to be away from level 5. Perfect number. I think I remember a video from years and years ago where someone on this game, I think they were in Thorin's Hall. Well, there we are, level 5. They were in Thorin's Hall and they were like 1 XP away from a level or something, and they made an entire video about it and were freaking out. I remember that video for some reason. If it still exists, I kind of want to find it, but doesn't really have much difference. But Dagger on the Wary, we have reached level 5 without being defeated in battle. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let us find more marsh flies. There's probably one over here again. Would make sense. Hey, there you are. let's get nice and cozy with you so we can actually have our first attack actually do some damage. Otherwise, what's the point? Right, one more marshfly to go. I see one right over there. Then we can get our dyes, which we're probably never ever going to use. Honestly, I'll just either sell them or they're probably bound, but I'll either sell them or we'll get just, you know, maybe we'll dye some stuff. There are some stuff in this game that looks really good dyed. I will admit that. So maybe we can use it for that sort of thing. Oh, it's gone from orange quest to a yellow now because we've actually done a lot more damage. Oh, there were like 3 here we could have just killed. What are you doing, Anne? Anne Granger, what are you doing?
Greetings.
Rust. I always choose Rust. Rust to die. It's always a nice colour, I think. Keeping an eye on him. I don't want him to give me that quest. Okay. The Blackwolds Roost. We're going to get the plumed hat. Or I kind of want to get the well-worn equipment, but might-based... Oh, actually, that might be better because that's going to give us the might-based medium armor. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get the plumed hat here. And then, at least Spiderbane.
We only need a strategy.
So, this is actually, as I said, going to give us some seemingly pretty decent armor. I mean, it was level 50. It's medium armor, so it's not too great. But I mean, it's not going to be terrible. I mean, if we look at stuff in comparison to what we already have, not amazing, but it's probably better than nothing. So I'm going to put this one on. And then cosmetic, outfit 1, plumed hat, outfit wear, perfect. Now we're really in the game. This is exactly what I want. I'm watching you. Maybe that quest just isn't there. Because maybe they just realised nobody does it. If you do the quest, I'm very sorry for offending you. Just saying. The East Path is fraught with danger, but in that danger lies hope. Well, let's hope that is the case. Because, not looking too great for us right now, because the Blackwolds are a little bit scary. So if I'm right, the spiders shouldn't aggro us. Probably there's no spiders here anyway, because everybody's killing them. We do have to defeat some spiders anyway, so we will do that. But as soon as we've killed the 4 we need, we can just run off them and not have to worry about them. I can't wait until we get the proper... I mean, we already have some AoE skills, like Savage Strikes is an AoE skill. But it's going to take us a little while before we can get a good skill setup. Like right now we're just having to build up further so we can actually, you know, kill one enemy with the AoE, because we can't really... I mean, we can, but they're not really wanting to... we can't kite them very well, basically. Which is something we can do later on, especially when everything does aggro us. It's easier to kite stuff when it aggroes you, because you can just run through it, aggro everybody, and then voila, you're done. Come on, though. We want to kill this final one. It is very good, I think, though, that you can have, like, you know, if this person attacks, you know, this brood hatchling here, and I help, it would both of us would be credited in the quest, which is good, because otherwise it would be a bit more of a pain. I think people would get more annoyed with each other for quote-unquote stealing kills. So we found out the Brigand Scout met his doom at the dead end of the old East Path. We are going to return to John Brackenbrook, tell him of this fact, see what happens. It's hopeful news, because they died. Yeah. Hopeful. Where does that go to? I've never used that entrance or exit ever. And I've also never been up there. I don't think you can actually go up there, though. It's also nice there's some stepping stones over here, so that's nice, and there's a boat and everything. Saves us a little bit of travel. But other than that, we can get our dyes. We can get another rust dye.
Will surely work in our favor.
Okay. So, talk to John Brackenbrook. We get some, this is the instance time, we get an increased reputation with the men at Bree by 300. We also get a milestone skill, which is always great, and the novice characteristic, which allows us to use some of our items that we get given in our inventory. These ones down here, they require us to be, we should probably put that on. They require us to be novice before we can use them, such as our, journeyman riding trait stuff, and just the riding trait in general. We can't do it before we are novice, so we can't do it in the introduction. But once this is done, we can equip everything, basically. And we're just going to go through all our items and add stuff up. But nonetheless, let's go. This quest is the final quest in the introduction. If you have any other quests underway, you should complete them now, as those quests will no longer be available after the introduction is completed. Are you ready?
John Brackenbrook and his hunters have reached the outskirts of Archet to find it already ablaze. A desperate struggle to save their village is about to begin. Hopefully, you have arrived in time.
Okay. John Brackenbrook. Look out, they see us. Oh no. Probably shouldn't have been looking away. They spot us, we need to move now.
We have no time to lose.
So we need to fight alongside him, make sure he doesn't die. None of these guys have bows, so I don't know how they did that.
We must save Ned.
Luckily now, it kind of gives us time to use our AoE, because we have multiple enemies now. And we've got a bit of a boost actually to our XP, our morale, since we were going against those marsh flies. Okay, Ned, he's dead. Ned is dead. I'm sorry, that rhymes.
Archet must still be saved.
Okay, so we still need to actually, survive this. I hate that. Right, she always dies. Don't click it like I do. Just a little tip. She dies. She never actually becomes attackable. It's a bit of a pain because I keep doing it. It just doesn't work. That's why I can't damage you, because you're right behind me. Hey, there we are.
We must find my father before it's too late.
Crafter's area. Just over in this direction. I think we can get to level 6 through the instance.
All must not be lost.
That might be quite nice.
Well met, friend. Is the crafting hall safe?
Okay, AoE time. We need to practice using this. We need to practice, a good cycle, basically. As I said, though, we're not going to have a great skill cycle right now because we don't have a lot of skills. We've got 4 of them. Level 6, I think we get another one, which is actually kind of useful, but
although the
not level 6 yet.
Burns, I still hold out hope.
Okay, Captain Brackenbrook, Amdir,
Father,
the 2 we saved, or helped out earlier.
They approach! Defend us!
So these guys are relatively easy. It's good. We might actually get to... We need 128 XP. We have one more room set to go through. And including the quest completion of this quest, we might get to level 6, which might be quite nice. Because, again, that gives us another skill, which is pretty cool. And just gets us a little bit of a head start. Except we can't kill these guys, because they're a little bit OP, by the fact they don't have any health. But we do want to have a look at Calder Cobb.
Father! No!
Okay, Calder Cobb. Not a fan of what you just did. These Blackwolds, we don't have to worry about them, because as soon as we kill Calder Cobb, I think they run away, or they might just insta-die, sort of thing. Yeah, insta-die. Cool. So we have defeated Calder Cobb, however, at a bit of a price. Archet is burned.
Right to trust no one.
Yeah, Archet is burned, my father is dead, and the ranger was taken by evil men, if men they can be called. Okay, let us well, not enter, leave this instance, and be finished.
With the Blackwolds' attack foiled, the people of Archet have begun to rebuild. Yet not all hurts are so easily mended. The fate of the Ranger Amdir remains uncertain, and may have dire consequences for Breland. But hope remains that he may yet be saved.
Let us hope that is the case, that he can be saved. It is time for us to finish this quest with John Brackenbrook. Intro, the storm is upon us to elect the novice. We should also get a piece of mail in a little bit. But
Would you do something for me?
we have a prologue quest, which we might quickly do. I have a few things to do over here. We got some mail and letter of commendation, which is you know, quite nice. We get a gift pack, which will give us a few things. A quest, which is here to give us 5 tokens of salutation, which we want to then give into this guy.
How can I be of service?
And then that gives us the extra stuff for the level, which is kind of nice. We can also barter those
What do you
for
need?
a novice's mark, which is a really nice pocket item to have early on. Gives a 5% out of combat run speed, generally, and if you use it, a 10% run speed boost, and then 1 of each of these, just to stock up a little bit. Let's put that on, we'll get that extra little boost. And we also have another quest from him to
Like to take a moment
complete,
of your
just to
time.
get an extra item, which will just do a little bit more damage, which is good. So I think what we will do, we have a stuff for the starting adventure. We have this writ of is it writ? I know someone in the comments like told me how to pronounce it, but I completely forgotten. Writ of Special Passage, I think that's how it is. Not Rite of Special Passage, as I've been saying for ages. At level 7 we can have the Gift for an Adventurer. We can also, at level 7, put that piece of jewellery on wherever it disappeared. But one quick thing before we get started, I might just do these quests quickly, or we might do those in the next episode. ZY, that's not a terrible username to have. Pretty good actually. But we're going to get started with a few things. We have the Journeyman Riding Trait Package, so that gives us some riding, also gives us plus 68% speed for every steed, and then plus 78. And then we also got Smell the Roses, which turns that off, but we never actually use that. We then have the, I can't remember what this steed's called. Red-clad Steed of the Gap, which is my very first horse in the game. We then have that one. We also have this one here. And then if we open the Mordor bundle, we also get 2 more quests, a few other things. So we get quite a lot actually. So we get quite a lot of things. A whole lot of things. Where is it? We get all the War Steed experiences. We get Steed of the Eldar. Oh wait, actually that's not. Steed of the Estimate we used. We get Steed of the Ash Plains, Steed of the Alliance of the Third Age, Armor, the Tome of Hope, Swan Kite, and Noble Eagle Kite, the Title, Mordor Collector and Ultimate Fan of Mordor, Gift of the High Elves, which is a really nice item that gives us, scales with us. We'll probably go the Might and Vitality route. That makes sense to us, I think. So that's an earring for us to put on. Then we have Mysterious Door, which would take us to Mordor if we wanted to, at level 6 on a legendary set. That might be interesting to how that works. I don't know how that would work. What if I bought a house and put that in it? Maybe that's something we try. And then relic stuff for minimum 105, which is obviously not going to work right now. But we get our horses. I love these horses. I'm going to go grab my horse now. My mount. My Steed of the Ash Plains is my favourite horse ever. So we're going to put that one on quickly and have it, because why on earth would you not? And it's fast. It's called Midnight. I love it. It's my favourite thing. I don't know why everything's sort of pushed over to this side, but let's move our steed here. And we're just going to carry on through with a few more things. We've got this armor. For some reason I thought that was a range skill and not a range skill. We have the collector's armor and the ultimate fan bundle armor. It's all passive, but it's there. Oh, there's a body over here somewhere. Here he is. So we want to do a few of these. We're gonna just get these quests done and maybe make our way over to Combe. I'm gonna be doing the quests sort of in the order, like the prologue is going to take us to the epic quests and stuff, and I do want to do it in that order. And we've reached the hour, but I think, you know, I want to get on to doing a few more things. I'm not just going to be like, hey, we've hit an hour, we're going to cut off, because, you know, this is a fun start basically. So I want to get these completed, and however long it takes us to do, you know, however long we need. So we've also got that jewelry, this earring, one earring. We're going to actually get the 2. That gives us the vitality and might. It also gives us some extra XP on monster kills. So we kind of not. We're getting back to sort of regular XP levels because we're boosting 25%, but we're down 40%. So it's kind of, you know, kind of balances out a little bit. Do we want to swap out anything here? No, I don't think we do. And then we've also got the... Oh, we actually do. We get the Azure Festival steed, and we've also got... So we want that steed. And then we get these, which we're not going to use for a while. That's some cosmetics, that's some Black Steel keys, that's some boosts, which is just like morale boosts and stuff, I think. The max starter bundle is some cosmetic armor and XP boosts, which I'm not going to use the XP boosts. I don't like to use them if I'm playing through on a character mainly. You know, the XP's been put down because it's supposed to go with the story pace. If we look here, it says story pace and character's experience is modified to be in tune with the story, so you're not over leveling for the area you're in. So we're kind of boosting it a little bit still, but not by much, and I don't think it's going to make a massive difference to everything. Hey, it's the Steed of the Valor. I'm just going to be showing off with my Mordor steed. Because, as I said before, I've spent enough money on it. I need to show it off. Okay, we found Will Wheatley as well. That's good, and he's next to a boar that we need to kill as well, so that's perfect. We've got this one, Champions Challenge. Your taunting cry forces your target to face and attack you for a few seconds. It's a forced attack skill. It's great for groups and stuff because you can force it to aggro on you, and you can tank it, and then everybody else can attack for a moment. It's also just going to be great if we want something to definitely attack us, especially if we've got, you know, damn it. Especially if it's a case of, like, we need someone to stop being attacked, like a character we're protecting and stuff, and we wanna do that. Okay, so we're getting all these deeds. I've added deeds obviously to auto add, but we're gonna get these done just throughout time generally. Where's Nate? He is over by the hunting lodge. Though now we have our steed, we can get over there super quick. So, as I said, we'll do these. There's a few more quests I think that we can do, but I will hold off for now. We'll do these 2, we'll finish off, and then we'll get into episode 2 next time. We'll probably have episode 452 of the main series in between now and then. Obviously, as I said, I'm going to try and keep it alternating, but this is a good start for us, and you know, hopefully we keep it strong. I'm hoping not to level too quickly because I don't want to get to level 50 and it kind of feels stale for however many months until they release, you know, the next expansion, which might not even increase the level cap necessarily. I don't think every expansion has increased the level cap, or am I maybe thinking updates? I don't know if they're doing it by update or by expansion. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't want to get there too quickly, but I want to keep on the kind of edge of it, because I think that'll be nice. So we can be having, as it comes out, we will have the new content instead of right now where we're really far off. Like, we're over leveled to where we are, but we're over leveled to where we are, but we're not we're quite away from, like, we're not that far away from max now. I think we're 106 nearly. Yeah, we're nearly at 106. That's 14 levels away from max level, which admittedly, it's going to be a lot of XP to get to that 14 levels compared to the first 106 levels. But at the same time, we've not got 14 levels worth of content. We'll probably be 120 before we get to maybe even Mordor. Maybe. Because Mordor, I had to go to 115 before I could even, like, really try in there. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, nonetheless, let's get these quests completed, and then we will finish off the day. When you load. There we are.
Greetings.
So we're going to get you as a dagger. You. We're not really going to get much off you, except we're just going to start obtaining things. You have a few quests.
Will you give me a moment?
You want some toolboxes, and then you want me to go kill a spider, I think.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
I think so, at least. Let me just...
What do you need?
Okay, we got some collection stuff. We'll get those started in the next episode, I think. And we've got quite a few things. We've got some deeds to do, 15 quests in Bree. You know, we're going to get a lot of these deeds done because we're not going to have stuff to move on for a while. So, deeding episodes might be a thing we do. Maybe not too often, though. Right, I want to do that. There we are. Hopefully, please, thank you. So, we've also got to get our vocation and stuff like that, but we'll worry about that, all that when it comes to it. Let us quickly just get rid of some of these lower level items that we need. We'll keep the armors. I actually kind of want to keep... No, rough furs isn't what I need. I need the light hides, because that is what we want to start, you know, making some armor if needs be, and then we can get a little bit of money, because we're going to be stuck without a lot of money for a while. We are currently on 40 silver. Definitely going to be a while till we're finished. But nonetheless, that is the first episode on the legendary server. Hopefully you enjoyed. This is hopefully going to last... hopefully. I'm going to say that 20 more times. But I've had a lot of fun. I'm hoping to play this a lot more. Again, I'm going to try and keep it up to date or constant, and I'm trying to not take breaks. When I've got the chance to record, I will. But hopefully enjoyed. Maybe you can level with me. I might do some streams on this as well with a different character. Probably I might just go another main elf hunter, similar to how I am on the other server, or maybe I'll swap out to a lore master or a rune keeper. Or maybe a Bjorning. Maybe I kind of want to try maybe a Bjorning for 1 to 50. That might be interesting. Maybe we can get some cool names like Candle and Death and, well, not those quite, but we want the ones we've got available soon. You know, because otherwise they're gonna run out. But I'm babbling now. That's it for now. Oh, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.